Hey guys, not Palm back and I'm back with a new video. Today, guys, my inner boss won't let me do what I want to do, which is the Jurassic World Evolution 3 thing. Anyway, welcome back to Movie Picture. Today will be Fireman Sam, Ponty Panty Construct, Ponty Panty Get Rebuilt. Fireman, read that. I'll be right back. Instead of being Fireman Sam Ponty Panty Rebuild, Fireman Sam Ponty Panty under construction. I'm not only going to delete. Well, that. Okay, so we start with Sam on patrol in Ponty Panty. They say, man, Ponty Panty could use a complete rebuild. Like, literally, there have been so many new fires because Ponty Panty literally crumbling. Sam says at the beginning of the Made for TV special. So, by the way, can I? Not it's no, it's a movie. It's a Made for TV movie, not really a special. Guys, before I continue, I decided to reorganize the stuff. Like it will go from now on. Movie pitches, show pitches, just sh reunion pitches, but potentially if I okay. Even the fires, the most buildings in Ponty Penny were falling apart. Sam said that as they were going back to the station, that most buildings in Ponty Penny Elvis are literally falling apart. And I'm a firefighter, so Sam, there's nothing we can do. It's until, well, I mean, after everything Ponty Penny's been through, like a fire, now all of a sudden it's crumbling, like, yeah, Sam, that's the thing. It's crumbling like there's no tomorrow. Like, because there isn't. There's no mayor. It's just a small community. Ponty Penny, I don't know if it has a mayor. Let me look that up and be right back. Sam, Newtown and Ponty Panty might merge together into a city called New Ponty Panty. Okay. A sandwich of watching the alley. Okay, guys, retcon. Sam was watching the TV, and that's where a governor said that they have plans to merge Ponty Panty with Newtown. Construction will start at Newtown itself and continue to it. Okay, guys, a little backtracking. After Sam says this is the 5th fire we dealt with now that the Ponty Panty crippling, they go back to the station. Sure, they go back to the station where then Sam decided to turn on the news, and here's when that Ponty Panty and Newtown are merging into Ponty Panty Town. Well, we, as the governor of because both towns, guys, I'm pretty sure that Ponty Panty never had a mayor, so, and also we're opening up election for a mayor, of Ponty Panty. We're opening up elections. As the guy from Newtown said this, we're opening up elections for you guys to finally have a mayor Pontypandy has always been without mayor years, and it's been with the control of the fire service. It's always been a control with the fire, as it, as, as this prominent political figure from New basically shouted out that Pontypandy runs off the safety of the fire service instead of actual laws proposed by the mayor. From now on, Pontypandy and Newtown will have its own mayor when we merge in 2 years time. Pontypandy and Newtown will have its own mayors. Will have, well, if you're merging the two towns together, why would it even matter? If you're merging the two towns together, sir, what would be the point? To make one larger city? Not exactly. Except the government, that big political figure. Then why do you say merge together? Oh, in case. Well, if you think, well, no. Before we can merge the two towns together, Pontypandy needs that stuff. As Sam watched it on TV, it was all. He said, "What hogwash! Pontypandy has lasted for decades under no mayor." "That's rubbish," said Sam. And Station Officer still was in the room, Sam. "Yes, that's rubbish too, Sam. We've gone without a mayor since Pontypandy was founded in 1888. We've gone perfectly without a mayor since then, but all of a sudden the governors from Newtown want to have." But Sam said this. Exactly what bonehead is running Newtown? Meanwhile, over at Newtown, guys, this is going to be considered the Newtown adventure. Guys, we're going to have periodically, I would say meanwhile, and then we will cut to Newtown. It was Station Officer Royce that knew the political figure. Royce, I now know that Pontypandy is in need of government intervention. The town was founded in 1878. Pontypandy has underperformed. I have to think that because of no mayor, they're outdated everything.
Them to look extra nice.
But sir, I think Pontypandy need a mayor and everything that the Prime Minister from Newtown is going to offer us. But hogwash, Sam. Pontypandy has acted perfectly for 50 odd years without any mayors or politics. Once you introduce politics into a small town, the media. I mean, but I actually do like the changes that the And actually, a part of my idea to win the public. Meanwhile, back in Newtown, how he revealed a new Ponte Pandy that will be perfect. No job will be missing, and not only more job will be added. The, the premier of Newtown that said, "Listen, boys. Listen, boys. I really think that this will be a great idea. Yes. However, 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 a lot of people are going to say hogwash. Pontypandy had never had a mayor, had never had any politics, else because Deschamps still fears this. What? Politics can take. Apparently, politics are the main reason that they never got a mayor. Never got it. Turns out, Deschamps packed thousands of deal why he told me this. The reason why is because that would bring mayors. No, he told me in this tone, mayors would bring politics to a city, correct? And I said, what wrong with politics? And he then told me about politics and how back when Pontypandy was founded, that politics were not allowed. They decided on a town without politics. So, so that's it? That's it? If that brings politics to a town that definitely needs politics, and turns out that, but, Deschamps still fears that politics is hogwash. But with the, but, but, but as construction crews arrive, they said, "Hi, we're going to rebuild Pontypandy from the collapse and into the new one that the prime minister." But then Deschamps still hated the politics and how somehow, despite his best effort, Elvis Sam walked around the town as the construction work would start. Bang, 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 and hammers went bang, 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 drill. Dillis, of course, the familiar character like Norman and the other would be in this. Dillis says, "What are they doing, Sam?" "Oh, they're rebuilding Pontypandy into a new town. Oh, like for police, firefighters, and everything." But, that's some good that we need. Wait, Pontypandy, when he asked Deschamps still about governments, we've never even had a government. "I think you're feeling modernization," says Sam in the mean voice. "Because look at all the good that Newtown's done. It will collapse." As Deschamps still said that. Because turns out, the reason why he said it will is because a long time ago, 2 years after the mayor, Deschamps still made a small white lie. Actually, there was once politics in Pontypandy. But somehow there, there, there turns out, and there was indeed an idea of a central government controlling everything in Pontypandy. But the idea, Deschamps still remember when he was only 8, was shut down. Now, not by the townfolk, but turns out, it was shut down because of the Great Depression. It was shut down due to the outbreak and the fact that all the money that they put was lost during the Great Depression. Shit. Now, Station Off still grew up in the late 50s, so that, guys, that's the explanation right there. Why Pontypandy never had a mayor or politics on the show. Because they were all lost after the crash during the Great Depression. Turns out that's why there hasn't. Sam, I have a confession to make. I want politics to be in Pontypandy. The voice, let me. As Station I'm still decided to call voice over the phone. And yes, guys, this is in the CGI series. By the way, I forgot to tell you this. And he said voice. The reason why I don't like politics is because Pontypandy's, as he explained everything over the phone. At the Prime Minister of Newtown and now the mayor of Newtown, the one that still let the changes are kind of scrambling to find a mayor for Pontypandy. But then they hold a mayoral election and a guy named Joseph got the job. Now Joseph officially took office on. They actually built a mayor's house for him. So that was the first thing built in the town. And with the mayor, actually the citizens of every citizen in Pontypandy liked it. That they now had a central government. Instead of investing highly in the stock market, because Joseph was informed of what happened to the old government that used to this, and he decided to invest stocks in stuff that he didn't know what stock. He knew that the stock market crash was a big thing. Guys, actually, this is never brought up on Fireman Sam, but that is my headcanon. That everything that Sam, that the reason why there are no politics or mayors on the show is because in the lore of the series, they were all lost in maybe a fire, or like I said earlier, the crash of 29. Guys, the mayor actually promised new businesses. Okay, guys, there will be some fun. As the fire blaze, I want to get over the most important stuff, like the main plot of the movie valley with politics, on Japan again, rebuilt into a bigger town. There's one person. like when building the bank. I mean, when building the bank, Charlie was worried how everyone started to be, but then as they start to build schools and libraries, everything they would probably need for a town, most of the citizens, which are Bella Lasagna, yes, Bronwyn, Charlie, like Manny, Norman, and of course the characters in every character from the CGI will start talking in the middle of town. Ben says, I've been like this. Mike Flood says, I'm not going to be a handyman anymore. I'm not going to be a construction worker. Nah, be a handyman. You could be our local. Actually, Mike Flood got his own handyman shop. Called that. Called Mike Flood Hand. Guys, I can't wait to do Handyman Sheep Rock Hills in Trouble. I can't wait to do that one. I can't wait to do Handyman and Sheetrock Hills in Trouble. I can't wait to do. Anyway, back on topic. Mike Flood has a handyman shop where just like Handyman, that's the only comparison I will take it to you know, after a long montage of both combustion and put out fire, here's Pontypandy now has a school for children, and that isn't in Newtown, and of course Malcolm likes his police station. The police station got upgrades. Immediately they hired Ravani hired new officers on the spot. And he was guys. Okay, recon for policeman Malcolm. I'm gonna have Malcolm gonna have a new partner at the start of the series. But he is going to be up in the rank that he should be. Yeah, he was. And Malcolm, me soon. Well, your job is now, Malcolm. PC Malcolm, your new job, yeah, is to train. I don't know what your job is. I smell smoke. Smoke. Sorry, Steel. I got. No, no, not your smoke of like the barbecue restaurant across the street from 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 the coffee shop. Me too. Work, work. At station officer fireman Sam ran to the fire station, and we hear the iconic fireman Sam